So I got myself not muted. Should I go ahead?
Yes, please do.
Yes. Well, as I was just saying, I'm fascinated by the connection between chemistry and botany, and in particular the fact that some drugs have been evolved by plants to repel their insect pests. And because animals and all insects, I mean, all animals are rather similar in their metabolism and different from plants. So some of the things of drugs evolved by plants to repel their insect pests have accidental effects on human metabolism and human molecular signaling. And so the poem I'm about to read is about my own experience of an addictive drug, an opioid from poppy plants, which for the poppy plant, it helps them to control sap-sucking weevils. But it's still a substance which can affect us. And the drug formed from it is named after Nepenthe, the drug of forgetfulness mentioned in ancient Greek literature and Greek mythology. I was given this stuff combined with aspirin for acute migraine following childbirth and the birth of my daughter back in 1983. I just was in such pain. And this thing seemed like a wonder drug. And this is what made me understand how addiction can feel and how people get addicted and how easy it is. Because Nepenthe activates a thing called the reward system in the human brain. And this is the part of the brain that says, this is just wonderful. It's a sense of pleasure and well-being, and evolution probably made the reward system promote sexual activity and reproduction, because in Darwinian terms, it confers an advantage in species survival. So you absolutely fall on your sexual partner, you know. So the poem is called Aspirin and Nepenthe, which is what I was given. And I explored this in a paper and found a very interesting paper by Lemera, M-E-R-R-E-R, et al., 2009. And it's called Reward Processing by the Opioid System in the Brain. It's a sonnet, and the turn is when I realize what's going on. Aspirin and Nepenthe. Instead of tablets, the nurse gave me a drink, brown and fizzing. The migraine pain stopped, and more. Like a laying on of hands, all was well and would be well. I glimpsed a new heaven and craved a repeat prescription, not for pain, but to escape again beyond the wall of self. You tell me opioids aren't simple medicine. They play on brain rewards that nature gave to make all creatures serve their line's survival. Deep pleasure, the spring of appetite and longing. Morphines are poppy's weapon against weevils. I hope as those bugs taste sour juice, they see, magically, beyond their insecthood, a wider sky, infinitely good. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. That's delightful. Thank you. Okay, let's move on to Finola. Scott, please.
That's it. Sorry, I was trying to unmute. I am also an interloper, an apple that fell a long way from any tree. I do write a lot about plants and nature, and I've got a pamphlet just coming out about the climate crisis in reference to plants and what's a weed and what's not a weed and all that stuff. But the point tonight has got nothing to do with any of that. It is simply, gosh, I need to make this page smaller because it's simply a bit of fun. Sorry, I can't get back to the page that I was at where I could see my poem. Exit full screen. That's me. Right. So this is, at this time of year, I plant bulbs because I just love the surprise of the winter colour in the house. And this is about one of my favourite bulbs, which is Hippeastrum. I choose some for their heat. Scarlet will sing, fill my winter home with blatant, trumpeting sex. Others are pale, pink, white, to add balance, calm. I don't know which this one is. I didn't take note. Realize too late. So I wait, prepare for anything, brace myself for flaming petals, a pussy riot. The care is simple. Just be cool. Easy to do when you're a granny. Smiling, I force the bulb into dormancy, deprive it of heat and all light. Now it snuggles buried deep in the cupboard. I check it when I remember. Stealthily it grows, the papery bulb, a copy of its parent, silently stirs. Fat roots unravel, seek soil. It pushes solid tips through loam. In warm daylight, impossible flowers will soon stand, survey their domain, drench me. I think of that myth of desperate, determined Amaryllis, of her lovesick passion for Alteo, and I wonder where she found a golden arrow. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Lovely. So let's move on to Miranda Lynn Barnes, please.
Thank you, Stephen. Everyone hear me okay? Right, good. So this poem is part of the new collaboration that Stephen and I are doing around chemistry of organic dye and color. And this one is the form created for via laxanthan, which is a organic orange dye. And some just brief things about it is that the selection of how we constructed this was using the maximum absorption wavelength figure and the refractive index as the number of letters per word, which required some substitution allowances because it was a bit too strict. And each stanza, it represents one of 8 isoprene units. And the strictness of the form made me have to bend language in unusual ways. So you'll probably hear that in some of the way as I use it in the poem. Light harvesting complexes. Come yet, foliage, quench the damage, for as the bright and the wild, in colors orange and yellow, are yet the source. And so will and do protect energy in excess, a threat to all the leaves and the cell. The quantum lights are hotter, and so the petals and the buds are pigment. Fiery, the arrays set up as sunlit, and so they radiate. If yolk is gerbera flower, a corona in the open, the reddish photon, so plants aim to echo, to reflect enough to modify the hot beam, a gentian flower to absorb and to wick the harmful blasts, for summer is not the softer of the gods. Observe in time, the signals arrive and angels to the last, so botanic, fecund and lavish, go up over the pansies, fruits and lilies, and on over the papayas, create a pillar for the ever to persist, golden and holier, but for the almost. And so here is balance, lamina et lumina, as in hold and possess, depose the excess of oxygen, and so calm the intense hectic. The enzyme is a hero, can reverse broken to entire, and now, with a dynamic volley, it thrusts all of the ravage up out. What is magic? What is magical? Inside the living is a code, a needful stasis, an ardent but true and organic desire for future, and for each wet blossom humbly and freely to be born. The colors, divine yet tender, are why we strive, are a gift. So healing steeps us copper in the dawn, and holding rebirth so gently to us that we aurify, ablaze in embers, is yet bare ecology, formed and shaped by the pure and natural fabric of cosmos. It wavers up in far heaven to be lost or guarded within our wisdom. Do we know? Is clarity innate and enough? Can we rely on pansies asking, so adroit in the plan to educate humans, to liaise for us with a hopeful kismet? The violas are yet our tutors, if so able, against end. When the corolla begins to unfurl, and so the chance to see, show us taffeta mosaic, the motifs of the map, design of our soft and fragile living. We affirm, or do we ignore? How to yet love the lessons, syntax and intent, but for the nettles and the barb, a formula nature may encrypt, may add to script we can know, discern, and be. Thank you.
Thank you, Miranda. That was amazing. Thank you. So that's a brand new poem, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah, I just finished it this afternoon.
yeah. So that's yeah. That was a real treasure to hear that for the first time. So thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to Rosie Barrett now, please.
Hello there. Right, neither chemist nor botanist. However, did you manage to screen share it? Because otherwise I probably can. I'm not sure. Can I screen share, share content?
You should be enabled if you want
Yeah,
to.
okay. Screen. I wonder how I do that. No. Ah, okay.
I can try and do it if you want.
I've got it. Oh, I've got a picture there. Right, okay. Or should I just leave the picture? I don't know whether that will work. Hang on.
There should be like a green arrow at the bottom saying share.
Oh no, I'm on an iPad, so it'll be silly, won't it? I've shared it with me. Never mind. Don't worry. That's okay. I will.
You sure?
Yeah, I'll just read it. Okay, hang on. Done. You can't even see the island, can you? That's a shame. I wonder how that's possible. Anyway, okay, get rid of that. Whoop. Sorry, full screen. No, I don't want the island as full screen. Oh God. Right, let's get back to Zoom. Zoom, I found you. And now I will find my there we are. It's a little floating island on the River Sphere. And it's a shame I can't say it because the poem itself sort of wanders all over the place. And then, anyway, did you start as a lily pad? Now tall grasses wave in the wind on your free-foot raft. Did a tern come to rest and wipe its beak, fertilize the seeds? On your way, you pick up larch cones, catkins from birch and willow. You grow, lodge perhaps in a reed bed for a season, tear loose in floodwater or smelt, before larger and firmer you're once more serenely in the stream. A water vole finds refuge from pine martens, polecats, but will still be prey to the falcon hovering overhead. Another reed bed, another season, more debris. Elk hooves cleave your turf as they break the ice. Find a place to drink, shake their shaggy heads, and you're off once more. It's a shame you can't see the picture. However, photo. No, I'm never going to find it. Right. Okay. Never mind. These things sometimes work and sometimes don't.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rosie.
That's all right.
I'll try and find it, and then we'll share it later.
That's kind. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll find that while Amanda Speed is reading. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Yes, great. Okay, well, I'm neither chemist nor botanist either, but passionate poet and passionate about science and art mixing together and making waves. So here's my poem. Inside our genes, we carry a calligraphy, a map of memory, like twisting threads or a tree spun with webs. Your lime tree is knobbled and mossed, a leafy mantle drawn between the branches, lacing light where sleepy flowers yawn. A spirit ruffles between branch and branch. Transparent green of fish leaves air swim, underlined by pale pink cyclamen. I will carry your bones in the black linen that you wear. There, by your house, I will lay you down, my friend, at the roots. The stone is already there. You are 85 and precious, rare, elemental. And today is your birthday. We eat chocolate cake and listen to music. I tell you, I have discovered the short-lived 85th element, astatine, a black semi-metal. I can't imagine what a semi-metal is, but astatine is infinitely small. I have heard the most dangerous cancer cells are black, and you tell me you have had cancer cells, a shadow on the skin grafted onto your face. Maybe in your 85th year, now removed, I can imagine your skin and you will resist, as does your chestnut tree, the moss invasions, and cyclamens, the wind.
Thank you so much, Amanda. That's great. Lovely. I'm just going to share Rosie's poem. I don't know if you want to highlight anything there, Rosie. You might need to unmute.
Sorry, no, I don't think so. It's I was trying to find the actual picture, but they're these little islands. They're incredible because they do start off really tiny and they can grow and grow and grow until you can get houses on them and they still float around. They're incredible. And they happen all over the world, but I saw them in Russia and it's fascinating.
Fascinating, yeah. Well, perhaps share it later on the Facebook group or something.
I'll see if I can find, yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you.
No, Thank you. And thank you, Amanda. Sometimes Zoom is a bit funny, to be honest. Yeah. So next is Leslie Cohen. Nice to see you.
Everybody. Thank you very much, Stephen. It's fantastic to hear all the poems. I'm sorry I was absent for a moment because of technical reasons. My poem, I'll try and share it. Let's see whether or not we can see it. Just let me know whether or not you can see it. Yep, we can. Okay. Can I actually page up and down? That's the other question, which is rather exciting. Okay. This I wrote this because I think that often plants have huge emotional meaning for a lot of people, as well as the scientific meaning. And I did quite recently lose my aunt. On watering my late aunt's hydrangea. This coral flower, auburn-edged, survives in gaudy earthenware, grown in Midlands loam. 50 years ago was a tiny cutting from mother-in-law's parent plant, dripping red Devon soil. Today, its offspring nods at the sound, our heads ruffled by land breeze. I picture suns and storms that made the phloem rise, stirred narrow greens to swell, that summoned cyanin to turn it pink. And in this instant of Earth's roll, remember the women who grew roots, their soft strength and tireless flow beneath sight at the heart of things. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leslie. Wonderful. Nice to see the poem as well. Yeah, we'll finish then with Claire Collison.
Thanks, Stephen. And thanks, everyone. I've really enjoyed hearing all these poems. It's been really great, calm way to finish a day that didn't start off too great. My poem is called Statist, and it's comes from a project I've been working on for a while about the Palomares incident, which is a nuclear accident that occurred at the height of the Cold War in 1966 in southern Spain. Statist grows on the beach close to where 4 H-bombs fell, and I've always thought it a horrible flower. The poem includes found language recorded on a site visit. Status, Limonium sinuatum, commonly known as dead on arrival, mid-18th century from modern Latin, based on Greek, feminine of statikos, causing to stand still, used to staunch blood, very loyal and committed in attitude. Steady bunker flower, suffragette flower, commonly known as boring, short-lived perennial, cousin of baby's breath, native to the whole Mediterranean basin, aka notch leaf, aka wavy leaf, sea lavender, marsh rosemary, sea pink. The leaves are pinnate, lobed, lance-shaped. All parts are downy. The winged flower stems appear in short papery clusters. The flowers are used in dried arrangements in colours ranging from invasive to where the hell am I? Commonly known as park in the street, commonly known as I'm on holiday, commonly known as, yeah, I'm a bitch, but not yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad we've brightened your day as well. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks again to Lisa and to all the readers. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much. yeah, do spread the word and share any of your thoughts and the link to the recordings when they appear, please. Hope to see you again soon. All right, have a nice evening, everyone. Thank you very
Stephen.
much.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks very much. Lovely. Bye.
Bye-bye.